What's up, YouTube? This is Super Bowser from the Turtle Nation, bringing you finally bringing you another episode of a comic book review. Our last episode was about 2 weeks ago, and I basically kind of just reviewed the entire series. I didn't really go comic by comic. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a brand new series, a series I am super excited about, because guess what, ladies and gents? Peter Parker is alive. He is alive and well. Dan Slott lied to us for a year and 4 months, but you know what? I'm glad he did, because Superior Spider-Man was a really great comic book series, but I really think that the Amazing Spider-Man relaunch is going to be completely amazing. So stay tuned and keep watching to see the review of the relaunched Amazing Spider-Man #1. What's up, YouTube? Super Bowser here, and I am back bringing you the review of the Amazing Spider-Man #1. If you can, please hit that like button to support the content that me and War Turtles are bringing you guys daily. Now, I know that this series, it was supposed to be a series. It's only been one episode so far. It kind of got put on hold for a while. We were trying to get other things generated. We're trying to find an artist, which we did, and it's awesome. And I can't wait for the new artwork to come out. We're getting together Let's Plays layouts, and we're doing battles. War Turtles has had some issues with the system. Getting everything recorded and uploading his internet is kind of sketchy, so we're working that out. But don't worry, we're still gonna keep videos, at least a video a day coming your way every day. So here we go, the review of Amazing Spider-Man #1. Now, when I think Amazing Spider-Man, I think the original comics. Everything was amazing. That was an amazing comic, amazing run. 700 comics is nothing to play around with. Nothing to play around with. There's a lot of series that have been around for as long as Spider-Man, but I don't think any of them had a title that went to 700. I could be wrong. I'd have to look it up. Again, I just started collecting comic books, so it's kind of a new thing for me. I didn't do it in the past, but I am doing it now. I actually have a lot of series I'm reading. I've read all of Smallville. I'm reading Smallville season 11, Injustice, Gods Among Us, the new Superman, Action Comics Superman, the new Batman comics, which are amazing, and I will review next. But I don't. For Batman and Superman, I do the graphic novels, so I can read it all in bulk, because I feel like with their storylines, it's something that I can wait for. But with Spider-Man, I had to get each individual comic because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. As you can probably tell, my mother-in-law bought me this for a Father's Day present, the Spider-Man Vault. Pretty awesome. Awesome thing for any Spider-Man fan to have. And to just top off my geekiness, on July 4th, while we're at the 4th of July festival, my wife bought me this, a Spider-Man balloon. So you know it kind of goes crazy in the family. My son has a bunch of Spider-Man clothes, stuff like that. So Spider-Man is a huge presence in my life. Loved all the movies. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie review is coming. Trust me, I have a lot to say about that, especially about critics who can just go dive off the deep end, and of a Shark Tank. Anyways, here we go. Last time I reviewed the Superior Spider-Man comic book series, and I gotta say one thing about that series. Like I said in my review, it was an amazing series. I didn't wrap up the ending, so before I do the first comic of Amazing Spider-Man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the ending of Superior Spider-Man. Basically what happens is Doc Ock gets way in over his head of Spider-Man. He thought he could do it better, and he was wrong. Everything he thought he did better ended up biting him in the backside. Pretty hardcore. We're talking his spider bots getting hacked into by the Goblin, who was able to raise an entire army of people infested with the Goblin venom. Ridiculous, right? The Superior Spider-Man turned out to be not so superior at all, and he realizes that. So at the very end of the Superior Spider-Man, in Superior Spider-Man #31, check it out if you haven't, he basically erases his own intellect, his own mind from Peter Parker's mind, leaving Peter Parker free to take control over his body again. Stay with me. I know some of you don't read comics and are kind of confused. We'll get through it together. I promise. This is like a comic education for you guys. Rule #1 about any Marvel comic: no one stays dead for long. Unless you're talking about the Ultimate Universe, which everyone died, never comes back. But as far as the mainstream comics, no one stays dead for long. Case in point, Captain America was assassinated. It turns out he wasn't really assassinated. he was just sent to another time dimension by the impact of the bullet. What? I know. It gets crazier and crazier, but basically, no one ever stays dead for real. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, died, and now he's back alive, albeit without any powers, but he is back alive. So in the comics, when you think your favorite superhero is dead, the #1 rule is to not believe it. He'll be back, most likely. Or she'll be back. I'm sorry. There are a lot of good female comic book characters. Anyways, Peter Parker is now back as Spider-Man. And the first thing he does in the comics is somehow get his entire suit shredded by a woman who has the ability to control threads. So he's just running around in a mask and webbed underwear that he made for himself. It wouldn't be Peter Parker Spider-Man without the most horrible look ever. And we all know that, and we all love that. We can all relate to it. Every one of us has had days that are just, really? Why is this happening? Every day as Spider-Man for Peter Parker is kind of like that. It's like, really? Can anything go wrong? Naturally, fulfilling the same old prophecy. If you say that, something worse is probably going to happen. Ask Han Solo. It happened a lot to him. By the way, big Star Wars fan. I'm looking for a Star Wars Let's Play for you guys, so super excited about that. It'll go up with the Pokemon Let's Plays. Battles are going to keep coming. In fact, I'm going to try to upload one tonight. We will see about that, though. Anyways, back to the main point, the comic book review. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Amazing Spider-Man. #1, rewritten, relaunched, ready to go. Dan Slott has been an amazing author so far. He did an amazing job in Superior Spider-Man series. But the first thing he does is shake up the entire Spider-Man universe with saying that Peter Parker wasn't the only one bitten by that genetically mutated spider that day. Or radioactive spider. They've changed it a couple of times to genetically mutated, radioactive. Let's just stick with the original one and say radioactive. A radioactive spider, and apparently he was not the only one built. There was a female bit, not built, bit. There was a female bit, and apparently she developed some sort of powers too. So that's the very first frame they tease you in the comic is someone else getting bit. It then goes back on. It then goes back to Peter, and he's reassembling his new life. While Doc Ock was in control of his body, Peter Parker earned a PhD in cybernetics, which he knows nothing about. He knows something about. He's a genius, but not really his specialty. He has his own company now. He no longer works for Verizon or Horizon. Was it Horizons? Verizons. Anyway, and it was Zuns. And that company went under due to Doc Ock's machinations. And he also finds himself engaged to a woman who he has no clue who it is. So naturally, Peter Parker gets back into his life, and everything's a giant mess. His company was half destroyed by the Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin and Goblin Nation. The city was pretty much destroyed by spider hunters that Mayor J. Jonah Jameson, commissioned and then blew up in his face. So he's got a lot of forget. And the city, the reputation he built so hard for his entire career is now smoot. Nothing. Nada. No one in the city wants anything to do with him. They still see him as a thug, as a bully now, because that's how Doc Ock was as Spider-Man. Again, read the Superior Spider-Man series. It's a really great watch. Really great read. Anyways. Okay, so we picked that up. Peter Parker is picking up his life again. He's trying to make some sense of everything that's happened around him. And then, of course, he gets attacked, loses his entire costume, the old costume, not the Superior one, thank God. Because while the Superior Spider-Man costume was cool, come on, man, nothing beats the original Spider-Man costume. It's awesome. It is awesome. Maybe black-suited Spider-Man, but that's a conversation for another day, another time. Anyways, he's back as Spider-Man, and things go as, a normal Spider-Man comic would. He's making fun of enemies, he's cracking jokes, he's doing all the things Spider-Man normally would, and people are starting to see that, hey, is our Spidey back? Is the Spidey back? Who is the other guy then? So people are starting to questioning what really happened during that year and 4 months. And also the Avengers are kind of like, whoa, he seems to be back to normal. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the comic. I recommend you check it out. It is a really great comic. It's actually a very large comic. because while the actual Spider-Man comic part isn't that long, they included three separate stories of basically side stories that are going to lead into the new plots for the first couple comics of Amazing Spider-Man. The story of Electro, who Doc Ock as Spider-Man experimented with, and the story of the Black Cat, who Doc Ock pretty much got arrested instead of doing the whole cat and mouse game that Peter Parker and Felicia Hardy usually do. So it kind of leads on to say, oh, Felicia Hardy's looking for revenge against Spider-Man because he made her lose everything, and then Electro has somehow become super amped up powerful. It's definitely a tie-in with the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with the new look Electro. It's really good, and also it includes a new comic called Inhuman. A really good read. I suggest you check it out. Again, check out this comic. I'm going to be reviewing each comic book in the series this time. I've already got comic book number 2. I've already got the Amazing Spider-Man number 2. Number 3 is on the way. So, and if you guys like the reviews, like what you're seeing, and you want to go ahead and get into collecting comics, I don't know if you know a place near you, but if you don't, America's Heroes in Killeen, Texas, do great work. They ship internationally, so if you're international, if you're an American and you live internationally and you see this video and you want to buy comics, America's Heroes is a great comic book store. I get all my stuff from them. Go to their site. I'm gonna put their website in the link below in the description of the video. So go there, get their number, call them up, talk to Earl, really great guy. He's gonna help you out with whatever you need. Tell him Chris sent you, he'll know who you're talking about. Alright, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for all the support you show on the channel. We have like 20-something subscribers now, which is pretty cool. I would love to see the channel grow to at least 50 subscribers in the next couple of weeks. That'd be really awesome. Maybe do a stream celebrating 50 subscribers. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy what you're seeing, hit that like button. If you don't, hit that dislike button. Just do something to let us know, hey, here's what I think of the channel. Here's what I think you can do better. Leave a comment below. Say what you like. Say what you don't like. Just give us feedback so we can make this channel better and we can continue bringing you guys content daily. And remember to please hit that subscribe button so you too can be part of the Cool Nation.